Hey, it's Trenton.
I'm Alex.
We're from Hands Like Houses, and you're listening to Louder.
So I'm here backstage with Trenton and Alex of Hands Like Houses.
Yeah,
Finally. How are you guys?
We're doing well,
Well, we were supposed to meet, I think it was last December,
Yep.
and then you broke my heart and postponed it.
We had to.
Apologies.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes. But then you came back with I the Mighty,
Yeah, we
did,
did.
and now we're finally talking after you guys released the album Dissonance.
Yeah.
How does it feel to finally be here, finally have something to present?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's our second tour of the album in the UK. We did the rescheduled run. I think it was May, something like that.
Yeah, just
April,
the end
May.
of May.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's cool to come back out on a support tour again. Just like, because when you play a headline set, it's almost like you have to play a mix of everything, kind of, because it's your own fans that you built up over the years. But as a support tour, it's really cool to be able to play these new songs. We've got another new one that we haven't played before called Division Symbols that we worked into the set tonight and felt pretty good.
It's going down nicely. I think it's a good mix.
headbanger.
Yeah, and then of course we have the classic of Introduced Species. I feel like we can't not play that.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a favourite. So
I think even the previous tour, it was mostly Dissonance.
well, because it was the Dissonance headliner as well, we kind of wanted to showcase as much as possible, and we're super proud of the album, so we're kind of leaning towards playing a lot of that at the moment. But it's each to their own, I suppose.
So I gotta get your comment about the reason for postponing the album, because there's a rumor online that said it's only because you guys got addicted to hacky sack. So you stopped recording, you stopped writing.
That's like partially true. We did get very addicted to hacky sack in the studio.
But to be fair, we were playing mostly through breaks or when someone else was recording.
Yes,
So.
we tried to be very strict with our hacky sack addiction. But no, it was just we just got to a point with the album, and we were sitting there and we were trying to sort of force it, and we were trying to make things happen that we weren't wholly happy with in order to please like other people. So we kind of wanted
just a bit of time frame,
yeah, but that's what I mean, like with other people. So it was nice to be able to, or I guess scary to be honest, to delay the album and postpone it and take time to make sure that we did really nail the album. And then I'm really glad that we did, because we put in a bunch more songs that we wouldn't have had originally, so it was really good.
And even the process was a bit weird, because usually bands stick to one producer, and you had different producers. I think it went from one city to the other.
We had a bunch of different, I guess, collaborators rather than necessarily, like, obviously they were all producers that we worked with, but that was more on like a songwriting perspective. So we would record some stuff with them, they would kind of put their ideas, their spin, and it was kind of us, getting a fresh perspective on our music, because when it's the same 5 people writing songs, it is easy to get into habits and not kind of realise what could be better about your songs, because you're so used to the kind of feedback you'll get from each other. So I think just having that outside influence from so many different people just kept it fresh, so that I really believe that every song on the album has its own character and identity, and I think a large part of that came from working with so many people. And some of the sessions were great, some of them weren't so great, and I mean that was probably as much to do with us as it was to do with the producers. But it's all it was all a learning experience, and it helped develop our sense of songwriting for sure.
And some of the producers are actually musicians as well. I know you toured with Caleb a few years ago.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Lynn Gunn.
Yeah, I mean, part of being, producer is being able to kind of, play some sort of instrument, or at least kind of get ideas out there. So, like we said, they kind of collaborated with us on the musical side as well as the vocal and the structural sort of side of everything.
Yeah, everything was really casual, so it was really nice. Like nothing was forced. It was all really relaxed and natural.
So should we expect more collaborations on stage in the near future?
Depends if we're touring with the person or the band, then potentially.
Or just visiting their hometown?
Visiting their hometown, then maybe. It's a fun thing to do, but we don't want to be like, it's definitely going to happen, because then obviously Twitter goes crazy and everyone tries to make it happen, but it's possible.
So commenting on something that you just said on stage, and I think it kind of goes with other things that you said in the past about social media.
Yep.
Okay, poking. I think there was an issue with the YouTubers, that you didn't like the amount of attention they got.
It wasn't really an issue, I just stated an opinion and people happen to agree with it, so...
Is it something that the band shares?
I think we do, like, obviously as you spend time around people, you have collective ideas and collective values, I suppose, but then we're also very different. I think in the direction of our band and our kind of general stance on things, we are very much the same. So I guess I think what a lot of it came down to is we wish that no one influenced anyone else's like taste in music or perspective, and you were able to make a decision for yourself by yourself, rather than having someone say, this is what's really awesome right now, or this is what you should be paying attention to, or this is the kind of like music or the ideas or the way you should look. Like it can be anything really. It's just, I guess, promoting a little bit more like individualism.
Yes.
But how is it different from old school media? I mean, just
Look, social media, it's like, I mean, it's a really hard thing to balance out for a band because it's absolutely necessary to have, but at the same time, it shifts so quickly, and even now, I firmly believe that it's kind of shifting away from this kind of broadcast media to just a way that people communicate, and so word of mouth is so crucial. So I think, I don't think that people don't really change. The way that we engage with things, the way that we engage with each other, the form changes. But I think at the end of the day, it comes down to, finding those human aspects. So for us, we would rather people, we don't get a lot of, we don't get a lot of love from press. We don't get a lot of love from the big channels and the hype creators, I guess, of the industry. It's not to say that we don't get mentioned or ever. It's just, we don't get thrown around heaps, and it really is word of mouth that has created the position for our band. Like, we've just written the best songs we can, and if people enjoy that, they share that with their friends, and those relationships are almost more important to us, that people are in relationships where they're sharing music and sharing content and sharing ideas, and I think that's what we've kind of tried to build a lot of what we're doing now on. Obviously, so having social media is a big part of that, but that's just a way of communicating.
Yeah. Trying to talk about this for hours. Trust me, we'll be here for like 30, 40 years.
Okay, so just to wrap it up, so would you say that it's still quantity over quality?
In what sense, sorry?
In the social media aspect of YouTube and bloggers and everybody just blasting stuff online. You even said about comments just a few minutes ago on stage. So is it, you think we're still going into the quantity over quality?
I'd like to think that. I mean, it's always going to be a balance of quality and quantity, but I think it is just, you've got to have a reason to stand out, and sometimes, for us, we really hope that reason is music, and we think that's the way it should be, is the way music should be the reason for people to talk about something, but, it's always just about finding a balance and keeping it connected.
Different kind of balance. How's your search for mint Skittles going?
I gave up.
That's it? It's nowhere to be found?
Yeah. The closest I came was someone had a big jar of them that had been open on their desk for a good 5 to 6 years, and I did think about it, but I thought, no,
they'll be crispy.
I'm sure they're all loaded with all sorts of preservatives and everything, but even still, like, stale Skittles are honestly disgraceful. So just wouldn't have I think it'd ruin the magic for me.
Have you made it to China on one of your tours already? Because I heard they have some crazy stuff, like crazy Oreos.
I would love to go to China, but we haven't yet. Joel was just talking the other day about how they had coconut Oreos in Bali, which I'd really like to try, but we've got a bit more traveling to do.
There's another rumor online about the band's name.
I didn't think we had that many rumors.
So many rumors you would not believe. So somebody said online that the name of the band is actually a reference to Joel's volleyball skills.
Maybe Joel started that rumor online, I'm not sure. No, it's not. Though Joel does have some really good volleyball skills. It's just it's a reference from a movie called The Science of Sleep by Michel Gondry. We've talked about it in every interview.
It got a bit more personal, but still, I just wanted to end
I like that there's that rumor out there. I'm not against it.
Bit of variance is good.
Something that's less of a rumor, but just an Australian statistics. Every fourth person in Australia was on Neighbours. So which one?
Every fourth person.
I highly doubt that.
Which one of the band members was on Neighbours or
was on Neighbours?
Something with Neighbours. Somebody had to be part of Neighbours.
I had neighbours in the houses next to me growing up.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
I went to a private all-boys school, and at the private all-girls school there was someone from another TV show called Home and Away, and Home and Away is the brother-sister show of Neighbours.
So whoever gets sacked from Neighbours.
That's as close as we get, I think.
No, they don't really cross over a lot. It's kind of like you work with one, the other one will never touch you, and vice versa. But Home and Away is a lot more popular. I don't think Neighbours even airs in Australia anymore.
I don't know.
Home
It's not
and
still
Away
running.
is still
I know
running,
they're still
but-
airing it here.
We don't really watch TV that much. So.
I think it's a lot more popular over here than it is back home. Home and Away is the homegrown sort of. I mean, they're both terrible if you ask me, but.
Never diss Home and Away on Neighbours. Anyway,
Alright, sorry.
here we go.
How is Pokemon Go affecting your tour?
Talk
You-
to strangers. That is a
Coops,
Trenton
Parky,
answer.
and I are playing. I'm quietly hoping they introduce trading soon because I brought over a good pocket full of Kangaskhan's to trade off for fun things. But I don't know, we have different playing styles. I'm Team Mystic, they're Team Valor. I played for like strength and strategy and they're just kind of, yeah. But, you know, we've definitely
So
had a
basically
few...
what happens is they start talking about Pokemon and Joel and I just try and knock each other out as soon as possible to like end the discussion.
That's how the world is divided right now. I have one challenge for you after listening to your chat with Shane Told.
Okay.
Can you tell me which brand and make this recorder?
Oh,
I'm going to guess Zoom, Q1.
No, you're way off.
sorry.
No, it's a Tascam.
Alright,
Tascam's
it's going to have to be fire.
Yeah.
To be
but-
fair...
Well, so you know everything.
yeah, no, microphones maybe, portable recorders. I know they're generally Zoom or Tascam, but I forgot about Tascam, so...
So I know you guys are really close friends with Idemati. I think you had
Yeah.
3 tours together.
Yeah.
I think one in the US,
We've
one
had
here.
2. We had the US one and they supported us on a Dissonance tour for both the US and UK. But we had done kind of a few kind of routing shows with them in the US previously, and that's kind of how we met.
Maybe
in the
2.5.
first place. Yeah,
Say
2.5. 2.5.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you guys still friends with them after the pizza dispute? I
haven't talked to them
You
since.
had a battle over some big pizzas.
Some
No,
seriously
it's
big pizza. To be honest, I think the main shift was between us and Too Close, Too Close to Touch. They actually took out the victory over everyone, but I feel like they probably cheated. And we put in our lighting guy, and it was just, it was such a bad day for us. We should have been more prepared. We picked the wrong eaters, to be honest.
Just last question. So the next tour,
Yep.
you guys have a free meet and greet in every single show. Just show up
We do,
first.
yeah.
It's not so much necessarily like a meet and greet
It's a
per
chance
se.
to hang. Like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we're opening doors early for anyone that has a ticket, just to come and hang out. You know, chat to us. You know, naturally, normally it's not like this contrived. Everyone sits along a table, has one pen, and signs stuff. You know, and kind of says, "Hey, how you going? Cool, bye." And it becomes very mechanical, and it's devaluing for fans and devaluing for us. So by just opening the doors early, letting people just hang out. We'll be hanging out. We'll be all the other bands. We'll be hanging out with each other as much as fans, and it's just a chance to just chill and talk and not be in this enforced, created situation. And I think that in itself is going to be much more meaningful than any sort of signing or.
It's going to make the shows really sick as well.
Yeah,
Like really sick.
we're going to build like just kind of a cool community vibe around it. That's just even just for a night, just to feel like you're a part of a group of people is a powerful thing. So yeah.
So you're really excited about the awkward silences, if it's actually going to be like a...
Well,
sit there
then
and chat.
that's when we start talking to someone else.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, anything else you want to add to fans and listeners before we go?
No, just-
I would say go pick up the album, but I feel like just stream it as much as possible and go enjoy music, come out to a show, buy some merch, tell your friends about our band.
Really, that really is the thing. Just like value the relationships that you have with people around you, and actually, it is the most powerful form of promotion for bands like us. Is just to show someone that cares, because if they love it, they're going to keep showing people, and that's how word of mouth is so crucial.
Okay. Are there any plans to come back? I know you just started the tour.
There's always plans to come back.
Any
I
solid
think
plans you can mention?
Oh no! It's always whispers, and like it's Chinese whispers with touring up until about a month out. So
Not too well and truly into next year, but even then, like that's all just kind of early talk of like, hey, that'd be cool if we did this, and we're like, yeah, that'd be cool, and that's about as far as the conversation's gotten. But yeah, we're starting to work out next year.
Okay, guys, thank you very much.
awesome! Thank you so much.
Okay.